Oh, it's too cold for this.
Hi past Bree, look who's joined us and is so happy about it. So first of all, I feel like we look like two totally different humans and it's only been a year, but I feel like lots has changed. I cut all my hair off, I dyed it darker. You'd also just finished work in that video, so you weren't wearing like your normal human clothes, you were wearing like your business lady clothes, but I think we look like two different people. Second thing I noticed, wow, the cadence, you are so uncomfortable. You are not used to doing that anymore. I'm still not, but I think I'm just a little bit more comfortable as a human. The course that you mentioned, you still haven't finished, you're really close to finishing it, but the one thing it did help you realize and help me realize is that digital marketing is what we want to do, and which kind of flows on to the next thing. You aren't at that job anymore. You actually, over the Christmas break, got another job offer, so I never know how to like refer to you and me because we're the same person, but I'm very happy there. I've only been there a few weeks now, but I feel like I'm finding my feet and I'm really enjoying it. You also mentioned that you were planning an overseas trip. That happened. We went to Toronto, me and my friend Kirsty. We had an awesome time. I was over there 2 weeks, Kirst stayed a bit longer, but it was just amazing. The reason we went was because it was the last big warp tour, like cross-country run. So it was fantastic. I've never been to Toronto before, and it was just incredible. The last thing you kind of spoke about was wanting to be happier and healthier, and you for sure are happier and definitely healthier. I actually don't like eat a lot of meat at all anymore. I don't want to say I'm vegetarian, but like, well, I had meat today. I'm not a vegetarian, but I'm closer to being a vegetarian than I have been recently. I think she thinks I'm talking to her. With the happiness thing, in the last 12 months, you've grown so much as a person. I'm so much more confident in my ability professionally, personally. I make connections with people better. It's just been such a difficult year, but like this massive year of growth. And I think I've kind of found my feet with who I am as a person, and I'm more comfortable being myself. Although I'm not 100% where I want to be, I'm on the path to that. One of the things I've always sucked at is ending videos in a not awkward or weird way. So thank you, Bing, for involving me in PBFB. It's been really cool. And I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of the year. Support it on Kickstarter. Link in the description.
Just a little plug before we get started. These PBFB t-shirts are exclusively available on the Kickstarter right now. They are just the softest, most beautiful t-shirts I've ever worn, and they've got an amazing hand-pressed vinyl ducky print on them. They're now available in black as well as this blue color. So if you're one of those people who like only wears black t-shirts, we got you covered. And of course you can get the ducky logo in yellow, gold, or reflective material. They're going to be ever so slightly different actually when they're finished. The logo is going to be about ½ an inch further in, because if you're like me, you're quite slim and you wear it large. Currently the placement is a bit armpity, but we're going to sort that out on the final batch. The logo will be slightly more further in on the shirt. That's that. You can still get those exclusively over on the Kickstarter. You can also get past, future metal pin badge sets and a bunch of other more bespoke exclusive rewards and slightly higher perks. Go check it out. There's fewer than 20 days left now, and the link is in the down. So, past Bing, yesterday's video, you spoke a lot of truth in yesterday's video, and although I don't always listen to you and do what you say, because you're not the boss of me, you made some very good points. I'm happy to say that I have cut down on drinking considerably over the last year. I didn't even really drink that much at Christmas because I was with my family, and I prefer to, get a nice night's sleep and wake up feeling refreshed on New Year's Eve. I went to one party in January and had more than a few beers, but other than that, I really just haven't wanted to. I do drink, but I'm at a point now where I just want one or two maybe. And it's more about the quality and the company and the atmosphere. At time of recording, the last beer I had was a few days ago with Matt and Katie. We watched Mission Impossible Fallout. It was one, and it was very domestic and nice. As far as coffee goes, I have not cut it out completely. In fact, I had a coffee today, but I'm mindful of what it does to me, and I try to take regular days off. What are you doing, Kat? It's a window. There's a fly outside the window, and Esme's very excited. And my exercise was going pretty well. Before the move, I had got into a routine of getting up and stretching and dancing and maybe doing some cardio on Marcy, going to the gym every now and then with Mandy. Understandably, that has fallen off somewhat, but I'm trying to keep active. And I am doing a lot of walking because I'm walking around London looking for a home. Today, past Bing, I have taken your advice and set aside the whole day for just doing all those little jobs that I've been leaving until later. So far, I have emailed letting agents, paid some invoices, sent some invoices. I'm going to get ahead with this video and get it edited and uploaded and scheduled. Then I'm going to tackle some more things from my to-do list. I'm also going to try and shoot the intro for a video I want to upload on my other channel. Basically a little musical montage of all the stuff that has happened in PBFB so far to promote the fact that the series is still going on and the Kickstarter is still going on and everyone should be watching it. Speaking of, we are almost at 116% of the total. Factoring in the cost of manufacturing the t-shirts, that's roughly the new kind of level goal, which means that we really can stretch this out and maybe hit 12, maybe hit 13. We've got 17 days left with 322 backers, and I'm still hopeful that we can hit 350 or 400 backers. Fingers crossed, past Bing, we can do this. We can do this! I've also been giving some thought today to the format of the new PBFB. Now that it is a reality, that it's really going to happen, I have to think about ways to make it sustainable and fun and engaging, ways that I can modernize it and update it without losing what makes it special. I've been working on this in the back of my mind, you know, in the shower and in bed, and I've come up with a few ideas I wanted to run past you, the audience. If you have opinions about this, you think some of them are good ideas, bad ideas, let me know in the comments. You are involved in this, especially if you backed the Kickstarter, you're quite literally involved in this, so I want to hear from you. One thing that I think I really need to update and can be very easily updated is the branding. I'm sticking with the blue-red thing, very strong. I'm sticking with the font. Metro is very good, but I think the thumbnails can be really improved, and I'd like to do something different with the opening titles. Right now it's just past Bing, a conversation through time, or future Bing, a conversation through time, and it kind of fades and gets like de-blurs. I want to do something more with that. I have rudimentary After Effects skills. I can make animated text, and I think it's about time that opening title did a bit more, maybe even explaining a little bit more about the project. For instance, the past Bing title card could also say this video was shot a year ago. The future Bing one could say this video was shot today. And I've generally been pretty slapdash about whether or not I include the date of the video in the video. I think that should be a permanent part of the format, whether it's kind of big and central like a lot of daily vloggers do, or whether it's more kind of understated like the lower thirds that I've done. I've also been considering something else, and this one might be a bit controversial. I think I need to take weekends off, or every other weekend. And here's my reasoning. Although the marathon element of PBFB, the fact that it forces me to upload every single day, has certain benefits, it is also exhausting. And it sometimes leads to really late uploads or the occasional video that just doesn't meet my standards. I have a deadline, so I have to finish it and I upload it, but it's not the best it could have been. Or it includes stuff that just wasn't necessary, or that I would rather have not used. Also, I've had a lot of feedback on social media and in the comments saying that it's very difficult to keep up with daily uploads, especially when some of them are 8 or 10 minutes long or more. And if you fall behind on 2 or 3 videos, you might just give up. So I think taking weekends off or every other weekend off would, 1, help me be less stressed and exhausted. 2, make the videos better, giving me and my editor more time to work on them and a bit more editorial control over which footage is good and which footage is boring. And 3, I think you guys, by and large, will appreciate not having to catch up on so many videos. Overall, it seems like a smart move. It makes the project higher quality easier to watch, better for everyone. But let me know what you think. And I should point out that doesn't mean I won't be filming over the weekends. It just means that I won't be editing and uploading. So a Monday or Tuesday episode could have footage from the whole weekend and would give me the option to really craft and pick and choose what I wanted to talk about from that weekend. I also have to think about how I'm going to use other people's past and future messages to themselves. Because of the Kickstarter, I'm going to have a lot of you guys in this series. Do I put your messages at the beginning, at the end? Do I put more than one in a video, or do I keep it to just one? Do I put past at the beginning and future at the end? Or do I have past and future at the end together? They're going to be about a minute long on average, which is a bit too long for an opening title card like Wheezy Waiter's Winks. But I also don't want them to get ignored at the end of the video with people clicking away. Do I put them in the middle, a bit like an ad break? On longer videos that might make sense, but if it's only a 5-minute video, there won't really be a natural pause. You can probably tell I've been experimenting in this mini-series with where and how I use other people's interviews and messages. In fact, today I received the future messages from both Robert Gillies and Bree Bacon. So I think by this point in the video I'll have already used one. So here's the other.
Oh man, what a year. As you can tell, some things have changed. Some things have not. Dear past me, the year that you thought was going to be was not, and yet it was so much better. First things first, we are on the same couch. We are in a different place. We don't own it, but it is bigger. This is the same shirt, and it wasn't planned. And you're a dad. Yeah, you're going to be a dad. You had no idea. I know you had no idea. That was not one of your plans, but it happened. And now you are a more whole person. One of the biggest things I think you did for yourself initially was you went to therapy. That's a huge step for you. When it happens, the floodgates come open. There's a lot of stuff that gets addressed. There's some very important diagnoses that are addressed. Very, very important things are talked about. And then you discover that you're going to have a child. The artist project that you couldn't tell anyone about, I've launched it. It's called Sterling. Put the first song out. It's actually doing, in terms of streams, it's not exploded, but in terms of the impact on individuals and the sort of reaction it's had, has actually been amazing. You have actually written the best songs of your life this year. I remember like you thinking at the time that you were in a really good place musically, and you were. But now, where I am looking back, we've actually written some of the best stuff we've ever written. Being a dad is a huge, incredible, life-changing thing. It's stressful. It's joyful. You will cry. You're going to cry so much this year. We've done so much crying. We've cried in therapy. We've cried during childbirth. We've cried the first time we bottle fed because that was a disaster. We literally just did that. It was the first time. One of the goals that we had as well was wanting to continue to have that spiritual outlook, to make sure that we're addressing other people and ourselves as spiritual beings. Having a child has honestly been one of the biggest aspects of that. It's like I look at her and I see a soul. I see a soul in a brand new body who's figuring things out, but it means that whenever I change her, I'm thanking her for the opportunity to serve somebody and thanking her for the opportunity to meet a brand new soul. And it has actually helped. It's going to help you through a lot of this year. If I were to sum up the year that you're going to have, it is a year of learning grace, self-compassion. Thanks for encouraging me to do this. It actually helps me look back and see all the growth that I've made. And it's amazing to watch your growth as well. And I'm proud of both of us.